Hi, my name is Ray Catull, and you may know me from the such projects as... You may also know me as the host of the internet's favorite harness handicapping show, North American Harness Update, which I host with these two guys, Mike Prebosi and Rod Allums Jr. Every Friday from 9 p.m. Eastern, you can catch us talking harness, handicapping harness, and most importantly, having fun with harness. Can we please get this stuff out of my face? Thank you! North American Harness Update, Fridays from 9 on SRN1. Also download Often Pacing, and using promo code NAHU200K, start your stable with an additional 200,000 coins. You can also catch show archives and racing analysis over at our website, NAHUPicks.com! Oh.
When you thought we were just a one-trick pony, we got a whole other card up our sleeve. Welcome everybody to another edition of the NAHU Extra. I am Ray Catull, live from the brightly lit undergrounds of a location yet to be disclosed, joined here by Mike Prebosi, Rod Allums Jr. And when I say card up the sleeve, I do mean card up the sleeve, because the focus of this extra is on Running Aces Harness Park over in Columbus, Minnesota, for their guaranteed Pick 4 pool of $5,000. It's the NAHU Pick 4 Aces, because like it's a Pick 4, and then the Aces is the Running Aces, and when you put the 4 and the Aces together, it sounds like races. It's a match made in Running Aces. And we're here to talk about the sequence races 5 through 8 for Tuesday, May 29th of this year, 2018. We can't really foresee anything farther than that. This first leg of this Pick 4 sequence, again, a $5,000 guaranteed pool with a 50-cent minimum for all your wagers. This first race, and non-winners of one extended pari-mutuel or $5,000 lifetime, a $4,800 purse going here. 7 horses going postward. And Mike, to start things off, I thought there were 3 contenders, and I'm curious if you have the same ones.
I mean, there probably are 3 contenders, but I'm going to use 2 for betting purposes to keep the ticket a little bit lower. Starting with the 3, Pay Dirt, who was racing numbers 1 at Cal Expo back in April and May. Shipped here last time, ended up in 3-year-old open, no chance. Then ended in Minnesota bred 3-year-olds and won for fun and 15-1, improving. Now third back at Aces, and this horse has 2 wins, draws well. The Lasix obviously has improved the horse. I think is a must use, especially with the early speed that should be able to control the race again. I think you can use the 4 also, but I'm going to try the 5 instead. Avoid the Noid. This horse's third start actually also at Aces, was racing at Hawthorne prior to that back in February and raced okay there. Won a race on February 10th. Last time 7-hole, sat back early, 1 punched home in 28-3 to be second, albeit beaten 5 lengths. I feel like improvement is coming. This horse is a little more back class than some of the others, and could be a better price than the 4. So I'm going to 3-5 to start the Pick 4.
Ooh, that's an interesting move. Rod, are you going with the more obvious one then?
No, I'm going 3-5 only as well. The 3, I think, is a must use there. Even though Wiseman picked the 5, I think you have to use the 3 off of that win. It was a pretty good win against tougher company. And then the 5, Avoid the Noid. Come a really big last half, 56 flat there. This horse definitely fits, and I can see why Steve Wiseman chose this one over Pay Dirt. Should be able to get a nice trip in here as well, coming from off the pace, so 3-5 for me.
I'm 3 deep, taking the 3 Pay Dirt, who I take more for pace reasons. This horse is likely going to be up towards the front and could potentially wire the field that way. The 2 Too Much Too Quick's another one I used, drawing inside. 2 starts back, was second off a pocket trip and last out. Tried to go first over against this group and just didn't really fare too well. Ended up finishing 5th. If he can work out a rail trip, he'll probably have more in the tank at the end. And then I take the 4 Fear Factor as the 3rd horse, beating favorite last out, going first over against this group, which is 3/4 of a length shy from winning the race. Basically, he should improve off that effort, especially considering, too, how rough of a trip it was. He could probably get a better trip, or better case, second start here at Aces after shipping in from Hoosier Park and Miami Valley. He can improve off that effort, but he's not really going to be too high a price. So I'm 2-3-4 in the opening leg of this Pick 4. Second leg is race number 6. The non-winners of 3 are $25,000 lifetime. We got 8 horses this time lining up, and Mike, of those 8, who do you got?
I'm going to use half of them. I'm going to start with the 3 Buzz Light. Second start, off a win at this level. Likely will take money off that effort. Was racing okay at Cal Expo, but I like the improvement last time. The 4, Cause I'm Happy. This horse comes off a win also in a lower level, numbers of 2. And, that was an easy win at 1-9 off those Vernon Stakes, series types races. This horse has 6 lifetime wins. This horse definitely fits, a little bit of a step up, but that doesn't really scare me at all. I think, the class is no issue. The 6, Crash and Burn, raced okay at Cal Expo, did win in numbers of 13K life by 7 lengths, then shipped here, ran into Buzz Light and, also the 7, but raced well enough, closing 28-3. I'll use, if the horse can get a little bit of a trip from the back, and then I'm going to use the 7 also, Storming the Odds, raced in that same race as some of these others, a little bit more of a pace factor. Was racing at higher levels at Cal Expo. Second start here, was the favorite versus these last time, and I think a must use. 3, 4, 6, and 7.
Ooh, going a little deep there, Rod. You gonna follow suit? Get it suit because like aces?
Yeah, I'm actually 5 deep here. I'm using all 4 of those and the 1, Contemporary Legend. This one last time, first start off the layoff, it was a long layoff. Needed that start for sure. And, missed a few weeks since shipping from Cal Expo, but a lot of these horses have been coming in ready from Cal Expo, even having missed a few weeks of racing. So I'm going to throw that one on there from the rail. I think it's a good spot. Mooney's fencing, driving once again. The 3, Buzz Light, like Mike said, this one's definitely going to take some money second start back off the short rest there. The 4, Cause I'm Happy. This one's in really good form. Second start over the track, was racing at the Meadowlands in Vernon before shipping to Aces, and I think this one's probably going to be the second choice in here. The 6, Crash and Burn. I don't really have anything else to add. You get Dean McGee driving once again, and I think this one's going to be pretty close at a decent price. And then the 7, Storm and D Odds. You don't really have to say too much here. This horse is in really good form. Second start after missing a few weeks, and definite player here from the outside. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7.
I think this race is a little more clear cut, hence why I'm 2 deep, and I take 2 of the horses both of you have mentioned, so there is overlap. The 3, Buzz Light's pretty obvious. I like the fact that he won first time off layoff, shipping in from Cal Expo, now making his second start. Only can improve from there. And then the 4, Cause I'm Happy, has a lot of back class, and he's another one that won shipping in from the East Coast. He won by 3 lengths there, albeit not as impressively as Buzz Light did, but Buzz Light also kind of had a good trip. He pulled around the final turn and overtook horses in the end, but Cause I'm Happy was supposed to win last time. He was bet down to be the 1-5 favorite. He did so by 3 lengths. Could potentially have more moving up in class, which may give you a bit of a better price, but that's going to be up to the tote when it comes time for that. So 3, 4 in the second leg. Third leg, race number 7, an interesting condition. Horses who have not won a race in 2018 that have not won $6,000 as well this year. So we got a bunch of lower class horses lining up here, 8 in total to be exact. And Mike, I feel like this is a race where you could definitely seek out some value.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of cast a wide net here also, using some prices. The 4, West for Gold, third start back off the layoff, really hasn't been bet, but, I like the third back. I like the fact that the horse is in the middle of the gate, and I think that, the price should help compared to some of these others in here. I'm going to use that one. It's a little bit more recency than some of the others. The 6, Bet Together, had the 8-hole last time, was the favorite versus a similar condition, and, raced well enough. I mean, launched first over and just sort of got tired coming in from Hoosier. I think we'll be bet again, and it's, 0 for 16 this year, but did win 6 times last year and almost 55,000. That's enough back class for me there. The 7, Dewey did done good. This horse's third start at the Aces after coming in from Cal Expo. Another closer, and the horse gets its share. I like the trainer. He's going around 20% right now. So again, another price I feel like that needs to be used. And then the 8, Wonder Bowl. This horse raced well at Aces previous. First time out was facing better types. And I feel like, second off the layoff should be set up to be, decent in here. 4, 6, 7, and 8.
Oh, Rod, you followed suit last time because like aces in the suit. Are you gonna do it again?
No. I'm going 3 deep. I'll start with the 2, boom, boom, shaboom. This one's second start off the layoff. Long layoff, hadn't raced since basically the meet last year running aces. And Brady Jensen gets the inside draw. Horse doesn't have a lot of gate speed, so he's going to need a little bit of help up front. And I think the horse should improve. She showed some really good miles last year in the summer up there, and I think she's going to be getting closer to her game from last year with a start under her belt. The 5, Argenta, good qualifier after missing about a month and a half there, 2 months. And, the horse made a lot of money last year. I think this one is a must play. And then the 7, I throw this one on. It's Longo. This horse raced really well last time. Come from off the pace, should be doing that once again. I mean, this horse will probably need a little bit of help with some fast fractions up front, but I think this one is going to be coming late and should be right there at decent odds, so 2, 5, 7.
Oh, well, who do you like, Ray? Dang, I'm glad someone asked. Okay, so I like 3 horses in this race. Boom, boom, shaboom, you were touching on. I definitely think is a factor here. Dropping in class, was bet first time out after not racing since September. Qualified against Fire Drake, who was one of the better horses on the Running Aces grounds. A lot of factors going positively for this mare, and if you're going to get that depends what kind of price you'll get on her, but she's definitely nonetheless worth using. 5, Argenta. I'm the only one that uses this horse. Qualified okay over at Cal Expo. Oh, you used him? Oh, okay, I wasn't listening. Argenta qualified well from Cal Expo. The only issue is the ship. Whether or not the horse will be ready first time out. However, a positive thing is that this horse was racing in claimers over at Cal Expo, and this time around does not go for the claiming tag, so that could possibly be a move in the right direction. And the 6 bet together, I think this is the horse to beat in this race. He draws slightly better, parked the mile last time as the favorite against similar competition, makes his second start here running aces after shipping in from Hoosier Park, has the class, showed the form last time, just needs things to work out a bit more in his favor than last week in order to have a much better shot. So I'm 2, 5, 6 in the third leg. Brings us to the final leg of this pick 4 sequence. The NAHU pick 4 races, race number 8. It's an hours of 2,500, their last 4 starts, and this race could definitely make the payoff real valuable. We got 9 lining up here. Mike, of those 9, who do you got?
3 deep, the 2, Raging's Flight, second time over aces. At a similar level, was bet to 4.5 to 1 last time, and just raced even. I would expect, a more aggressive try, especially from this post. The 7, Elusive Image. This horse raced at the same level. I had the rail last time and raced well. That was a fast race, 52 and 2. I doubt they'll go that fast this time, but was very close to the lead and was only beat a half lane. Came home 27 and 3. Any similar effort in this race, and the horse will be right there. And then the 8, Gravels in My Travel. This horse raced open last time after coming from Hawthorne, numbers 3,000. I like that race 2 back, kicked home 26 and 3, big rally at Hawthorne, and then, probably was in too tough last time, but gets a little bit of a drop here. It is fast enough, won 8 times last year, 2, 7, 8 for me here.
Rod, I feel like those numbers are very similar to what you got.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm not going to use the 2, but I'm going to throw the 5 on Sonalta Power. This one, back with the mares last week, just had no chance, was too far back off a slow half, and they blazed home the second half in 55 and 2, so just had no chance there. I think drew inside a little bit more and should be closer in this race, and has a big shot at decent odds as well. The 7, Elusive Image, Mike touched on this one, second start back, should play in this race throughout. And then the 8, Gravels in My Travel. This one's second start for the Bobcat, Dean McGee. Definite player here. Horse can kick home a ton when he gets drug up into it. Last week was facing tougher and just didn't really have a chance. slow first half, and that really killed him last time. Needs some quicker fractions to be a factor in here. So 5, 7, 8.
You know, they run this town. That's why they're called the Mares. So I'm 3 deep in this last leg. The one Can't Hold Me Back, Mac. I had to make sure I was pronouncing all of that name. Moves up in class, but raced decently first time out, shipping in from Hawthorne to finish 6th. He parked out to the quarter, then tried to lead the rest of the way, but ended up faltering as a result. This horse could definitely benefit off of any trip that's not on the lead, especially considering, too, looking at his lines. He prefers to come from off the pace or at least slightly up close to the pace. Just on the pace is not necessarily his best spot. And at 20-1 on the morning line, he could definitely make a real lucrative pick 4 out of this sequence. 6 Bunker Hill Bill's another one I think has a shot. Moving in from Northville, looking at his lines, had terrible draws there. The 7 and the 8. From post 4, 3 starts back, showed speed, ended up wiring the field against numbers of 1,500. If he can show that speed again from this position, especially drawing better this time around, second start at Aces, he'll have a shot without a doubt, and will also be a big price considering his lines are fairly lackluster otherwise. And then the 7 Elusive Image is the final horse I use. He's pretty much the mutual one for all of us. He draws poorly this time considering he had the rail last time. Question is going to be whether or not he really benefited from that post position, or if he truly has the form to really top this group. He was second to Stevensville last time, and he went on Sunday night to win. Sunday night was last night, but if you're watching this Tuesday, Sunday night. Stevensville, though, another good horse on the grounds. An Elusive Image definitely has class as a result. So I'm going to be 1, 6, 7 in the final leg of this pick 4, which makes my ticket go as follows. For 50 cents, I am 2, 3, 4 with 3, 4 with 2, 5, 6 with 1, 6, 7. $27 for 50 cents. Mike, your ticket.
3, 5 with 3, 4, 6, 7 with 4, 6, 7, 8 with 2, 7, 8. It's 48 for 50 cents.
And Rob, your ticket.
3, 5 with 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 with 2, 5, 7 with 5, 7, 8 is $45 for 50 cents.
And just like that, that does it for another edition of the NAHU Extra, the first edition of the Extra for the NAHU Pick 4 races. I'm sorry, but it's time for us to go. We talked about all the races and my arm's getting tired. I've been Ray Catolo. They're Mike Prebosi and Rod Alms Jr. You can find these tickets as well as analysis for Running Aces cards, as well as analysis for the Meadowlands and Mohawk over at NAHUPicks.com. You can also buy neat little shirts like this. I happen to be wearing mine. It makes for great comfort wear, great fashion wear, great anything wear, really, and you can put a lot of wear on it. They will last a while, and for the price that we have them online, they're basically a steal at that point. But that said, that does it for the NAHU Extra. Make sure you watch or listen to North American Harness Update Fridays at 9 p.m. SRN1. That's 148.ca/1, or also on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, or anything of the sort. All that said, I'm done talking, and I have to go put away my laundry. So, good night, everybody.